Welcome. Hello. How are you? It's 8:30 in the morning. It's the 16th day of August in the year of our Lord John Cena 2023. It's the OGG mom's birthday, so happy birthday, OGG mom. And it's Wednesday, which means it's time to get off of our lazy ass, open the door, walk down the street to our friendly local game store and see what's new on the shelves, or at least what's supposed to be on the shelves this week. But as always, these dates are more of a general guess than actual facts because there are real world events that are affecting the ability to deliver things on time. Assuming you live someplace that has a friendly local game store, and assuming that friendly local game store actively supports role playing, unless you're like me, where you live in a city with like 5, none of which actively support role playing. But I'm not bitter. All right, let's take a look. And if there's anything you think you want to get, let me know what you thought about it, and be sure to call ahead to see if they have it in stock or if they can order it for you. We have issue number 31 of The Dragon's Hoard from Legendary Games. This is a $12 zine. It's basically a collection of stuff like loot and magic items and spells and articles and dungeons. It's continuing the tradition of White Dwarf and Polyhedron and, of course, Dragon, but it's just 5e centric. From Pellegrin Press, we have Even Death Can Die. This is a Call of Cthulhu adventure where it takes place in a film noir Los Angeles, where you have to do the usual Call of Cthulhu things. If you saw the John Constantine animated cartoon City of Angels, that's probably the best way to connect to this one, except it takes place in the film noir days. So, just LA, Chinatown. It's Chinatown. Call of Cthulhu meets Chinatown. It's Chinatown, Jack. It's Chinatown. Follow the money, Jack. From Hero Games, we have Heroes in a Hurry and Jolothos Codex, Jolrhos. Heroes in a Hurry is for champions, and the Codex is for fantasy hero or fantasy champions. The Heroes in a Hurry is $25, and the Codex is $30. It is Heroes in a Hurry is a character creation system with all the math, features a whole bunch of ready-to-play superheroes from pre-built modules for champions, because let's face it, champions can get a little confusing with all the math. So this is a attempt to break it down and do little pre-built things like Mutants and Mastermind did. Here's your speedster. Here's your whatever. Here's some variations on that theme. So if you love champions but hate the math of champions, this could be the thing for you. Where was this when I was playing champions? And then for fantasy hero or fantasy champions, we have the Codex, which contains thousands of new spells, rituals, magical things, and other stuff, including bard and priestly things for fantasy hero. So fantasy hero is basically just champions converted to fantasy, but it's the same point-based magic that everybody loves about the hero system. You know, people say hero system is just a great system for any type of game. From 12 Pin Press, we have Hieronymus, Garden of Earthly Life, and the Hieronymus playset. So this is obviously referencing the artwork of Hieronymus Bach, who is known for his very breathtaking, genre-bending, and disturbing art. $18 gets you the hex-crawling RPG, where you are a bunch of adventurers fleeing the astral terror. You rip your way through reality, through strange worldscapes inspired by Hieronymus Bach's art. This includes the updated version of all the rules for the game, how to make characters, how to run a world based upon bizarre paintings. I mean, just look at this. You got I don't even know. You got a rabbit that's holding a woman upside down. This definitely had some this is his version of hell and heaven and stuff. And it's just very, 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 very disturbing and weird. I don't even like this. A little teeny gremlin in a helm, and it's got a foot hanging from the back of his helm, and he's attacking this guy, and he's got arrows in him. I mean, I don't even know what's going on. There's playing cards. Yeah. And then he's also got the core rule books and some other stuff in a play set. So this is one of those little box set things that comes with everything you need to start playing and learning the world. And that's $22. So if you're interested in a role-playing game that takes place inside the very bizarre paintings of Hieronymus Bosch, this is for you. Because that's just something people have wanted. I've just heard hundreds and hundreds of people over the years cry out and go, you know what the hobby needs? We need this, a tabletop role-playing game based upon the very bizarre art of Hieronymus Bosch. Yes, I'm sure that was actually called. No, nobody wants this. I'm sorry. Who asked for this? God's State Agenda. There's a game that I've seen before. This is the 3rd edition. This is from Carepra Publishing. This is a very weird take on superhero role-playing. $65. It is epic scale superheroes with a heavy mythical and cosmic inspiration brought to life. You are PCs at the center of a postmodern mythology, challenging the status quo and changing the world positively and meaningfully. Yeah, I didn't know there was a 2nd edition. I remember the 1st edition, which was kind of weird. But so yeah, basically you're superhero gods versus a very bizarre, weird world of sort of supernatural superheroishness. I'm trying to think of what would be a modern day example. Maybe the Gargoyles cartoon from Disney. You remember Gargoyles, right? The greatest cartoon of Disney ever made that most people don't know about. From Earl of Rife Games, we have Heroes and Hardships core rulebook for $55. It's a universal RPG system suitable for any setting or genre that allows you to craft a story. It includes optional rules for hundreds of character options, different magic systems, superheroes, all that other stuff. You know, the best test for a superhero game / generic game is, can I make Spider-Man? So Jason Duff of Earl of Fife Games, can I make Spider-Man in your system? Are you looking for a brand new universal role-playing game? This could be it. From Everest Pipkin, we have World Ending Game for $40. It's a series of small games to end a campaign or story, written to serve as the last session of a campaign. So you're running a campaign, it's coming to an end, you need to come up with a way to end it. So here's some rules to create the conversations, then 20 small games that you can play out to craft the ending of your final play of your game. Wait a minute, what? Okay, that one hurts my head. It's a game about the end of another role-playing game, and in order to tell the story of the end of the role-playing game, there's a bunch of mini games you could play to help craft the end of the story that everybody agrees upon and feels comfortable with, because apparently the GM doesn't feel confident enough with the ending he's come up with. So they need to create this thing where there's a bunch of experiments for you to better craft the story, because it's assuming you haven't actually written an ending for the game that you're ending, and this wants to make the parting of the game more comfortable. Am I getting that right? Anyways, it's $40. From Radio James Games, we have Fight to Survive. This is a softcover rulebook, $42. It's a martial arts game. Low-stake adventures, down-to-earth, urban try-and-die martial arts, Street Fighter. You know, violence and sadness and martial arts and keeping the streets safe and all that other stuff. So if you're looking for a Street Fighter, King of Fighters type game, you know, Double Dragon, you versus the city. You're just two guys with their fists fighting your way to make everything safe in a city that is falling apart. This could be the game for you. And then finally, this Marvel the Multiverse role-playing game for $60. It is the D616 role-playing game. It is gimmicks atop gimmicks atop gimmicks. It has already been proven that the math of the game does not work. Multiple individuals have gone through the game, taken it apart, rebuilt it, followed the rules to build the example characters the way they're presented to see that they can't. The system is buggy. It's trying too hard to fit the gimmick. Yeah. I have a feeling this is not going to win any awards next year, and it's going to just sort of be forgotten, which is sad because, you know, it's the perfect time to drop a Marvel superhero role-playing game while people are still generally in love with the Marvel universe, though the way things are going with the MCU, I don't know how much longer that love's going to last, considering how much of a crapshoot the last couple shows have been. But there's still some love for the Marvel, you know, and there's always the comic book love. And this would have been a great chance of a great way to create a really good, loving homage to the single-based role-playing game of superheroics ever, Marvel favorite. But no, because you tried too hard to make the gimmicks fit the system. And now you just, I mean, you have a clunky, nonsensical system that's math doesn't work for $60. You know things were going to be bad when you had to pay for the privilege of looking at the playtest. And that's it. That's it. Not much. Yeah, no. Kind of. No. I don't even understand this one. Maybe. Yeah, not much. But don't listen to me. I'm a clown. Any of these sound like something you want to purchase? Let me know. Then call ahead to your friendly local game store to make sure they have them in stock. And if they do, go on down, pick it up, tell them I sent you, at which point they'll look at you because they have no idea who I am. And then let me know what you think of the game. Film noir Los Angeles Call of Cthulhu, because LA doesn't have enough bad things happening to it. That's it for today. If any of these sound like something you want to pick up, let me know. If you never want to hear me talk about this topic ever again, let me know. If you're lucky enough to live in a town that has a friendly local game store that actively supports role-playing in any form, God love you. Congratulations. Let me know what that feels like. And I'll be back next time with more tabletop role-playing game news, weather, and general spider monkey nonsense.